Hi guys, this is Mary. You're watching Cardz TV. I'm so sorry that I'm late with the Ruby Tuesday scripture this week, but better late than never. Now Dee has picked one of my favorites from Matthew. This is Matthew 7:24. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like the wise man who built his house on the rock. And in this scripture, Jesus is speaking to us as if we are builders, and one man will build his house on a rock, a firm foundation. Another man may build his house on sand, which is not a firm foundation, and when the wind and the rain comes or trouble comes, it will wash away that sand from under that house, and that house will fall. So that's why we need to do like this scripture says. The word is like the rock. So we need to build our house on the rock. I just think that's a beautiful scripture. I chose ivory card base for this scripture card, and this is a portrait style card. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when it's folded, but you start out with a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of cardstock, and you score it at 5 1/2, and then fold it in the middle, and then you have your 4 1/4 by 5 1/2-inch card. And I've picked this kind of cobalt blue for the background. I thought that just made these other papers with the lighter blue stand out even more. And this cobalt blue is 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have a blue flowered mat on top of that, and it's 3 3/4 by 5. Then here's a coordinating striped mat, and it's got a little bit of brown and ivory and just a little of the cobalt blue in it. It's 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And across here I used the lattice punch once again, like I did last week. I love this punch. It's just so pretty, and I love that it cuts the whole strip. You don't have to do one side and then the other. But I cut that out, and it's 3 3/4 inches long to fit right across there. This beautiful blue flower was in a random act of kindness that my good friend Naomi sent to me. Hi Naomi, love this flower. And I added a little sparkly kind of brown brad to the center. This is from We Are Memory Keepers, and the flower, I believe it was in a package from Michael's. Now, for the background for the scripture, I used the storybook cartridge. I haven't used this in a long time. It's got some beautiful cuts on here, just beautiful. But this one you'll find on page 67, and this is the tall border marquee 4. And it was just narrow enough and long enough when I cut it at 3 1/4 inches that it fit behind the scripture perfectly. And I've got this on 2 thicknesses of foam tape. Now the scripture I printed at 1 1/2 by 2 3/4, and it fit perfectly on this marquee shape. But there's the Ruby Tuesday scripture card for this week, guys, and I'm going to give you a link to Dee's blog, and then you can go over and download this one for yourself and make your own scripture card. And Dee has these every week. She's kind enough to use word art on the scriptures, and she puts them on her blog for us every week, and we can go over and download them and put them on our scripture cards. And you could enlarge these, frame them and hang them up, put them in a frame to stand on a desk, or you could even use these on scrapbook pages. Thank you so much, Dee, for doing this for us every week. And thank you guys for coming by today, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye now.